bacon or the bacon is the bar. You jump Stratford in your reach. Oh, once more into the bridge. Come on, you women and you merry now. Lady Macbeth is going to town. Lady Macbeth is going to town. Oh, Lady Macbeth is going into town. It's not been a long time, but it's clear now that it's here. Yes, here now. It's celebration, yes, celebration tonight, tonight, tonight.
Hi gang, this is Tech Evans speaking. This year 2012 we celebrate 80 years of Gang Show. I'm making this tribute to Ralph with all the material I have. Some of it is past its sell-by date, but it's history and will get lost if not recorded. As you see by the blue plaque, Ralph Reeder was born at this address, 12 Court Barton, Crewkerne, Somerset, on the 25th of May 1903. Ralph was christened William Henry Ralph Reeder. Because some of his Christian names were being used by other members of the family, he was known by his relations as Young Ralphie. So in later life, and especially in show business, Ralph Reeder was a short and snappy name to remember. Ralph's parents were both members of the Salvation Army, and his father was the bandmaster of the Crewkerne Salvation Army Band. In the museum at Crewkerne is a special section on Ralph Reeder. One of the exhibits is the family harmonium, which no doubt Ralph first played his first few notes on. I'm sorry, that's the only tune I can play. And to think that Ralph in his 20s would meet up and become great pals with Mr. Swanee River himself, Al Jolson. Ralph's mother died when he was 3 years old, and his father died when he was 9. He was brought up by the rest of the family. His schoolwork was not all that wonderful. His spelling was not too good. The only thing he excelled in was play acting and poetry. When Ralph was 12 years old, he was suspected of having TB. A family conference was held. What to do with young Ralphie? It was decided that the sea air on the South Downs would do him good, and he should go and stay with his Uncle Fred, who had just got married and lived at Rose Cottage in a small village called Denton on the Sussex coast, near Seaford and Newhaven. Uncle Fred had married a Georgina Musgrove, who became his new Aunt George, but very soon he was calling her Mum. Georgina's father became his new granddad by taking him under his wing and taking him on his business of a market gardener. Mondays he was employed cleaning out the sties, grooming the horses and working on the garden the rest of the day. Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays they were off to Seaford with the horse and cart loaded up, selling their produce. This is the life, thought Ralph. No more school. Out in the fresh air, this is fun. The fact was, Ralph never went to school again after the age of 12. But every day he was learning from the school of life. On Fridays, Grandad Musgrove would go into Brighton for supplies on his horse and cart, which meant staying overnight. One particular Friday, Grandad said to Ralph, "Now then, young Ralphus, how would you like to go to Brighton and see some young ladies prancing about on the stage?" Ralph jumped at the chance, but little did he know he'd got to sleep in a stable overnight. His granddad soon showed Ralph how to make a bed out of straw and use the horse's nosebag as a pillow. Visiting the Brighton Hippodrome at the age of 12 was Ralph Reeder's first steps up the ladder to Ralph's professional career. He was bowled over by it all. The bright lights, the music, costumes, the performers like Marie Lloyd and Esther Tilley, the lady who dressed up as a man, and George Robey, plus many other famous names of the time. On the horse and cart on the way home to Denton, Ralph would whistle and sing all the new songs he had learnt. To Ralph, Friday could not come soon enough. Not only was Ralph stage-struck, he also caught the scouting bug. Just opposite Rose Cottage was the Denton's parish church,